Hey everyone, welcome back with another video of Cybrosys. Today in this video, here we are going to discuss about a good and beautiful module that you can find inside Odoo 19, which is Contact. So the Contact module in Odoo 19 is the central place to manage all your customers, vendors and business partners details. Okay. So it's basically store the complete contact details, link them to the sales, purchase, inventory, invoices and help them to keep all business communication organized in one place without switching into each other. Okay, so I'm not stretching. Let's directly head over to the contact module first. So once I open the contact module here, it is the beautiful dashboard of contact. So what are the things that you can find? Yeah, here Odoo is defaultly setted the listed view, right? So there you can find the names, email, phone, activity, country, and there you can similarly see different kind of small capsule type of button, which is that. So it's basically representing different kind of things, which means the sales order, there we have the purchase order, and there we have the invoice, bills and mandates, and there we have another thing which means shopping cart, and there we have the meetings, everything. So for the corresponding contact, if whether it's a vendor, partner or a customer, similarly to them or corresponding to them, there you can find all the linked things, which means the sales, purchase or anything, bills, mandates, anything. Okay, so there you can find all the capsule type and button from here itself. And if you want more customization or if you want, you needed some kind of things from the dashboard itself, you can simply go to this button and there you can find different kind of options. So what are the things that you need? You can simply check on the options and it will definitely appear on your dashboard interface. Okay. So once you've done with that, let's head over to the next view, which is the Kanban view. Under the Kanban view, what are the things that you can find? You can find the profile picture or the image that we have already scheduled for a particular contact person, and there we have the name of the contact person. There you can find the email address and the phone number, and also you can simply schedule an activity based on anything. For a particular person, if you want to take any kind of to-do list or if you want to call them, you can simply schedule an activity by clicking on this option and it will directly generating a wizard like this, and you can simply provide the details regarding that, which means the summary. It is to do, email, call, meeting, 2 steps or anything. You can simply provide that, and then you can provide a due date and you can assign them into any of the persons or any of the employee inside your company, and you can simply provide any kind of log note. Okay. So once you're done with that, you can save. You can simply click on mark as done and discard as well. Okay. Here I'm not going to provide any kind of activity. So once I'm done with that, let's directly head over the map. So under the map section, once you're clicking there, let it load. Okay, under the map section, there you can find different kind of person in different area. So there you can find the map and there you can find the contact details of that persons. Okay, so by clicking on a particular thing, there you can find the detailed details about that particular person, which is the address, and if you want to open it or navigate to it, you can simply provide it. Okay. And now let's head over to the activity. Under the activity, you can simply schedule an activity based on any person or the contact. There we have different kind of activity, which is to do, email, call. So if you want to create anything, you can simply click on and schedule activity and you can do it. Okay. So now let's head over to the listed view and let's create a new contact. Okay. For creating a new contact, just click on the new button. And here you will get a form to to fill up the contact detail of a specific person or a company. So whether you can choose which is that, because like a person or a company. So here I'm choosing a company. So let me provide the company name as Woodmart. Okay. So once I'm done with that, if you are providing any particular company name, if it's already, saved in your DB, there you can find the similar things. Okay. So here it is Woodmart, and I can simply provide any kind of email address for the Woodmart. So this is a random thing. Alright, once I'm done with that, here I can simply provide any phone number that regarding to this particular company, and here I can provide the street address, the street to address, city, country, state, zip and everything. So here I'm just going to give an ABC street. So this is a random thing. And let's provide an XYZ street, which is the second street. So once I'm done with that, here I can provide the city. Okay. And there we have the country. All right, once I'm done with that, I can simply provide the state and everything. This is a random thing, and you can simply provide the zip as well. Okay. And now let's head over to the tax ID. Under the tax ID, you all know that you can simply provide any tax identification number here itself that providing to this particular company. So its values here will be validated based on the country format. You can use the slash to indicate that the partner is not subject to the tax. Okay. And there we have the partner level. You can simply provide the partner level of this company. And there we have the website, language, and tax that you need to provide for the particular company. Okay. So you can do whatever that you want. So here I'm just specifying with the service. And under that, there you can find different kind of tab, which is contact, sales and purchase, accounting, partners is AM and node, and UBO. Under the contact, you can simply provide the contact detail of the person that responding to this company. So there we have different kind of contact creation, which means the contact, invoice, delivery, and others. And so here I'm just simply provide a name, which is Aisha. And let me provide the email address of Aisha. Once I'm done with it, I can simply provide any number of Aisha, and I can simply give or specify with the job title of Aisha. So manager. Once I'm done with that, you can simply provide any internal notes that regarding to this contact detail. So once you're done with that, you can simply save and close, or you can simply provide address save and new for a new creation of address. Okay. And let me provide it as save and new, and here I'm going to create an invoice address as well. So let me provide one of the person name. So let it be Tessa. So once I'm done with it, I can simply provide the email address of Tessa. And here we have the phone number. And there we have the invoice address. So we have already created an address for the company, which is Woodmart. And there you can find the invoice address is pre-created or not pre-created. It is already auto-populated by Odoo because we are already given a particular address. So if you want to change this invoice address into any others, you can simply provide it, or you can stay with this. And there we have the notes. And let me save and close this. Here I done with 2 contact detail, which is a contact number of a person inside the company and an invoice address as well. Okay. And if you want to add more address inside the contact, you can simply provide as per your needs and concern. Let's move to the next tab, which is sales and purchase. Under the sales and purchase, there we have the salesperson. So you can simply provide a salesperson, payment and terms, payment method, price list, delivery method, everything. So regarding the sales about this particular company, you can fill up all the configured option. And there we have the space for the purchase. Under the purchase, what are the things that you can find? You can find the group RFQ by your payment terms, payment method. And there we have one note 99 box, receipt reminder. There we have the supplier currency as well. And now let's moving to the point of sale. Under the point of sale, you can specify with the barcode. Under the fiscal information, you can simply provide the physical position. And there we have the miscellaneous. Under miscellaneous, there we have the company ID, reference. And there we have the website tags, industry, and the SLA policy as well. And now let's move back to the accounting. Under the accounting, there you can find the general, and there we have the detail of the bank accounts, account receivables, account payables, auto post bills, and everything about the particular company. And there we have the invoice and follow-ups. And under the partner assignment, there you can find the partner activation, partner review, geolocation. And under the notes, you can simply provide any kind of internal notes that corresponding to the person. And there we have the warning on sale order and invoices. So if this particular customer has reported any kind of issues with the previous order, you can simply provide a warning on sales and invoice. So if you're providing that, that similarly see while you are creating any quotation, if you're providing the company name, where you will get a warning sign or a warning message on the top of the quotation. So you can simply provide a warning message, or you can specify with the warning message inside a contact person. And there we have the instruction on the stock operation. This means the delivery area is not back of the building. Like if you want to provide any kind of message to the inventory, you can simply provide it from here itself. Okay. And there we have the UBO. Under the UBO, there we have the legal form, formation date, and there we have the beneficial owners and regarding things inside here. So you can simply provide all the things. Okay. Once we are done with that, on the top of the session, there you can find different kind of smart buttons, which is opportunity, sales, invoice, and there we have the subscription. Under the more, there we have the meetings, tickets, task, purchase, document, login serial number, direct debit mandate, go to website, and shareholders as well. Okay, so it's basically showing that for the corresponding company or the contact person, they we have different kind of things, which means they can simply create an opportunity, they can simply create a sale order, they we have an invoiced line, and they we have if this person or if this company have any subscription, there you can find all such things. So here this particular contact is created now, so that you can find, there you can't find anything from here. But if I'm moving to the existing one, let's move back, and here I'm going to the contacts. Under the contacts, if I taking Abigail Peterson, sorry, not Abigail Peterson, it's Abigail Carter. If you're taking that, there you can find 3 sales for Abigail Carter, and under the more, there we have 5 purchasers, and there we have the loyalty card, everything. So once this person is created, and if you are doing all the works with that company, you can simply see all opportunity, sales, and everything that corresponding to that company or a contact person. Okay. Now let's move back, and we have already created our Woodmart. So let me search for them. And there we have our Woodmart, and it's already created 2 contact detail for the Woodmart, which means the Aisha and Tessa. Okay, so there you can find every kind of details. So let's remove this. Alright, so we have created a new contact inside the contact module. So this is the main and important thing inside this module. Okay, now we are moving to the configuration. Under the configuration, you can simply create a contact tags that you need to provide for a particular contact. So for creating that, just click on there, and there we have the existing one, which means the consulting services, desk manufacturers. For creating one, you can simply click on here, and for identifying an existing one, there we have the consulting service, and you can simply denote with any kind of colors, and you can provide in category if this is a vendor or a customer or any partner of your company, you can simply provide the category. So once you're done with that, you can simply save or you can discard it. Okay. Now let's move to the next thing, which means website tags. And if you want to create any kind of website tag, like you can manage the contact tag to better classify them for tracking and analyzing purpose. For creating any website tag, you can simply click on the new option, and you can provide a category name, class, and there we have the option to publish or not publish. Okay. Now let's move back to the industries. Under the industries, you can simply create a new industries, and there we have the name and the full name for the industries. Okay. And under the localization settings, you can find the countries, Fed state, there we have the cities, country group, and under the bank accounts, there we have the bank account details of everything. So once you're done with that, let's head over to the contacts. And here we are just covered all the important things inside the contact module. So basically, contact module is very important while you are using Odoo, or while you are, you are running up a business very easily, because contact or information about your customer, whether it's a vendor, whether it's a partner, is very important for the real success of your business. Okay, so that's all about this video. So I hope you all understood this. So if you have any kind of doubts or any kind of inquiries, please do comment down below. So I'll be back with another tutorial. Till that, bye-bye.